Try Me Through Revolution of Your Mind and Energy. Um, I want to talk in this video about why you don't have to give time to ignorant people or people that envy you. And when I say that, I don't mean just any people around you. I'm talking also about like relatives or family or sisters or brothers or anyone that it's not genuinely happy about where are you in life, how successful you are, what is your position in life in general, and what are your desires, dreams, ambition. Anybody that is not able to be supportive. I'm gonna give you a few examples of my personal life, and I will tell you how this manipulative tactic hit me, because honestly, it has been happening to me for quite some times. And when this thing happened, especially in the family, it's a little bit difficult to grasp it. It's a little bit difficult to understand it. So the main steps of this tactic are, I will call them, I don't trust you and I know how dishonest you are as a statement. So I'm gonna give you a story of my life, actually three stories. And in these three different stories, they're probably different 7 years each or 8. And the last time happened yesterday, and this hit me up, and I was like, oh my goodness, I just get what has been happening, and my brain started to go on reverse. And I remember other situation, and I was thinking, how funny is that before that I was not able to notice that I was too busy to confirm or to approve or to say that I'm actually trustworthy, and how focused I was in being hurt or being angry or being emotional instead of analyze and see what is happening. Okay, so the first story is when I was 18 years old. I was about 18, almost 18, and my sister was 19. And at the time, my sister didn't live with us anymore. And she was living in another city. She had a boyfriend, and she seems to have all this like exciting life that I couldn't have. And I admire my sister, my older sister. Her name is Petya. She was kind of my hero during my childhood. I always admire her, even for the bad things that she did. I admire her for the courage to do it. I don't know how she felt about that, but she was like a little bit like my hero, right? And so we were talking, it was Thursday, and she said, oh, I want to go to the sea. And I was like, yeah, that would be so cool. Let's go on vacation. That would be so nice. I haven't been in vacation myself. Let's do it. And she said, okay, please try to find money. And I was like, okay, how much we need to find? And she told me a number, and I said, okay, I'm gonna try to find that amount. Of course, in my head, I knew I was not working. I just finished high school. So I had to ask someone for this money, right? And at this time, I was not a person who is open to ask for help. I am open to ask for help right now if I need, because I understand how important is that. But when I was 18, I was kind of ashamed to do it. But I admire so much my sister that I went over my field of shame or field of feeling bad when you ask for money or something. And I went to this person, and I asked him. I knew only one person who could help me, and I asked him for money, and I told him what were the money were about, and he gave them to me. I felt so proud of myself because I was so embarrassed, I was so ashamed, and I was so happy that me and my sister were going to go on our first vacation um, to Black Sea. That was in Eastern Europe, in a Black Sea. And me and my sister, we had an appointment that on Saturday morning I'm going to go to my grandma house in the city and take her. And we were taking a bus at 7:30 in the morning. and it was 2 hours, and we're going to spend the weekend uh, on the beach, basically. I'm going on Saturday to pick up my sister, and I'm so happy. And guess what? My sister is gone, nowhere to be found. I call, I text, no response. She didn't respond me. I waited for her until noon. If this happened right now, I'm gonna wait 15 minutes and I'm gonna leave. But back then, I was a little bit more green. So, and then I decided to take the bus at 1. I took the bus and I went to the sea. So my sisters, both of my sister has always had this particular jealousy toward me. I think it was something that my father told them, so it's not their fault. I don't know if they ever had time to elaborate that. I kind of feel sorry for them, but they both have, and the younger one is very extremely like mean and jealous. The older one, it just have this particular envy about my lifestyle and who I am, and I don't know why is that. She have openly said that she want to have my life, but why she envy me, I never understood that. Okay. Anyway, I went to the sea. I had fun. I jet ski. I did things that I never did before. It was my first vacation. I meet new people, and this was the time that I discovered that I adore traveling. And I had so much fun. And then at 5 p.m. on Sunday or 6 p.m., I took the bus back. And very late I arrived at my father's house, and my father's have a huge house. You can enter from many different sides. So, and I had my own room on the second floor. The house is big, so I didn't see nobody until Monday morning, and I was doing some kind of home job, and I noticed that he had a terrible mood. And I was like, what's going on? I asked my father girlfriend, and she told me that my sister decided to visit him on Sunday. And she spent a quite long time to explain to my father that I actually was not at the sea, but by her opinion, I was in some hotel with some man. I mean, I was legal age, so even if I was in the hotel, I don't see the problem right now. But back then, living with my father, that would have been a big problem because my father is very religious, crazy person and very abusive too. So she explained to him that I was not at the seaside, and he already was punishing me with his behavior. And so, assuming that I was lying, that I was dishonest, and acting in the consequences of that punishing me. So me, I knew that was not true, and I felt very angry and very upset and very hurt because I'm a person that says very honest. I'm very honest person. I would say straight into your eyes what I think, which is also my defect because a lot of people cannot deal with that much of honesty, right? So I felt obligated to have to explain myself. And I had to show, I said, I'm ready to show my ticket from the bus that I took actually today. Because yesterday I come back from the town Burgas. And so, long story short, my sister was very angry because um, she was thinking that I'm going to wait her until the entire day, maybe the next day, and go with her uh, whenever she finished whatever she was doing. But I didn't do that, so she was angry and she was mad because I went on my own. Okay, so she decided to punish me with that. There is another similar situation. So my father have a trauma problem with trust. My father is a person that will believe anything negative he hear, and if there is anything positive that he can hear about you, he is gonna dissect it in million pieces and find a problem in it. So his mind is strictly negative. If there is something negative he can say or do or criticize you or put you down, he's gonna spend hours and hours to do that. But if it's something positive, he's gonna not gonna give any attention to anything positive, right? Uh, a similar situation, that was when I was 18. So imagine that was in 2000 something, 2006, more or less 2005, 2006. More or less when I was about 30, let's say 28, which was 8 years later. It was 2013, and I was in this Greek island called Crete. I was in a place called Triopetra where I was writing my diploma research for my bachelor degree in Italy. I decided to go to this island and work in a snack bar half day and the rest of the day do my research, right? So I was in this island and I haven't seen my mom for about 6 years, right? My mom was living and still living in America. At this time I was living in Europe and particularly in Italy, but I moved to Greece for the summer. And my mom came to Europe and she sent me an email. I'm so sorry. I want to see you. I haven't seen you for so long. I miss you. I feel bad. Yada, yada, yada. And I said, okay, why don't you come to Greece? I'm in Greece, and I give her the place and I said, it's nice here. There is a lot of people that come in this island for vacation. It's a beautiful place and this and this and that. And she said, yeah, maybe, but I have to go to see first your sister. You know, my sister have her first child. My mom is a grandma. And I said, cool, sure, go ahead, see her. You can come just for a few days. It's lovely here. Do whatever you feel to do. Few days passed. My mother is gone. I said, okay, I invited her. I'm not going to insist no more. Guess what? I received this email. It's like a book email, like long email, where my mom is so angry and so upset and so hurt. She's crying. So what my mom is saying is that I know that you're in Bulgaria. Your sister, older sister, told me that she saw you and you're in Bulgaria. I don't understand why you lied to me. Your sister tell me that she saw you and you're lying to me. Why are you doing this? I haven't seen you in 6 years. I'm so hurt. You're hurting me. Why you're doing that? And she act offended. I am done with you. I'm not talking to you. That's it. I am over. It's over. And blah and blah and blah. Again, the same scam. She assumed that I was lying to her. She did not listen to me. And she acted offended in consequences, sending bunch of negative crap to me. Bitter, angry, upset. She said, I'm done with you using me. My mother, by the way, left me when I was 3, so I don't even know what she meant, but she always had this fantasy that somebody wanna use her. And then she said she's done, she's never talking to me. I respond to her that I'm actually physically in Greece and I don't know how to prove to her that. I sent her a few pictures with me on the beach and she still didn't believe it. She said, okay, you can tell me, I'm not gonna be offended. Please tell me, why didn't you tell me? You didn't want to see me. It's because your father, maybe your father told you something. So she still mistrusted me. And then to prove that I was in Greece, I sent her my airplane ticket. So and then there was no apology, no, oh, I'm so sorry, forgive me, I made mistake, nothing. The conversation ended up there. My mother chose to go and stay with my sister. I said, cool, if that's what make you happy, I don't mind. But so very often when people do these tactics and whoever is victim of this tactic, at least my mother was able to recognize that she felt guilty that she chose to spend time with my older sister, which I didn't care honestly about. I offered her to see Greece, and if she doesn't feel, that's cool with me. But she felt guilty, and that's why she felt to justify her refusal to come to Greece with me with some kind of a twisted stories with my sister. But again, the same tactic. They assume that They pretend that they don't listen to you. They pretend that they don't believe you. They assume that you're dishonest, you're lying to them, and then they punish your act in consequences of that. And the third situation happened to me a few days ago with someone that texted me in the morning, and they said somebody want to talk to me. And I said, excuse me guys, I'm really busy, I'm working. I was able to text, but I cannot talk at this precise moment. After this, they switched to ignore me. I said, you can text me shortly here, whatever it is. If it's something important, of course, I can switch off my work. But I suppose that was some kind of a mental manipulation game that this person was taking part of, and she didn't even realize that. So there was no response. And then a few hours later, uh, somebody, they saw my pictures on my story on my Facebook, and then commented, hello, we're so happy you're in Bulgaria. I'm so happy you're having fun and good time. I responded in the morning that I was working, which means I'm in USA, which means I'm not in vacation. So they already assume that I lie in the morning and that I was not working, that I was somewhere camping in the mountains in Eastern Europe. And I, despite that, though, even though it doesn't make sense to have a Wi-Fi, I was having a Wi-Fi, and I also upload a video on which they press like. So all this manipulation game. So this time I said, I told you this morning I'm working. I told you that I am in USA. I don't like it when you assume and try to tell me where I am. This is not a pleasant thing to do. Okay, guys, so why you should not why you should not hang out with people that are envious with you, or that are under your level, or that are a little bit ignorant, because unfortunately this type of people are going to cause you problems. They don't do it because they are full of hate, or this or this or that. They're going to put you in these kind of situations that I just described, involuntary, or with little bit of effort, with little bit of a lying. So being around envious people, this is like the most classical manipulation trick that envious people use. It's always bringing you trouble. It's always bringing you in these kind of situations that you feel that you have to explain yourself, that you feel like angry because they mistrusted you, they didn't believe you, they assumed, and they told you how hurt they are because you're so bad, and so and so and so. So, long story short, guys, that was a long video. Do not give times to people that envy you, because these people cannot grow themselves because they're too busy to envy you and create troubles in your life. And they bring you into situations that are unpleasant for you and make you lose so much energy. This is like a waste of energy. And if you try to have a confrontation, as I did this time, I say, please don't do this, instead of saying, okay, I understand, apology. They respond to me, I love you so much. I said, I respond, I love you too, please don't do this again because it's not pleasant. There is no response, again ignoring me. So if there is somebody that is intellectually under your level, you are going to find yourself in these ridiculous, crazy situations that you're not even going to be able to explain yourself. So if you can cut those peoples out of your life, you're gonna feel grateful. I honestly think that it's difficult to cut your sister or your brother or someone that you love, just to limit the communication to minimum. It's very difficult. But once you do it, you're gonna see that you open more space for positive things in your life. Said that, thank you for being here. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing. I know you guys only 17. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please do like, share, subscribe. Write me a comment below. I am happy when I do useful videos for you. I know when somebody mistrusts you and play this game on you, it's so painful. It's so frustration. But you can be on the top of that. You can be beyond that. Thank you for everything. Thank you for watching, sharing, subscribing, and have a good day. Bye bye.